Martin Kiely here, and today I'm with Paul Giltinan, who has successfully completed the NGH, the National Guild of Hypnotists, Consulting Hypnotist Certification Training. Congratulations, Paul.
Thanks, Martin.
So I'd like to take this opportunity in presenting you with your certificate on completion.
Thank you very much.
I wish you every success in the future and happy, successful hypnotizing.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Well done.
I want to make a comment on that. No, sorry, Martin, I can't take this. Okay. This is Mary. Oh, now I'm relaxed. I can just feel this kind of go.
Hello, Martin Kiely here, and with me today is Paul Giltinan, who's just completed the NGH Hypnotism Consulting Hypnotist Certification Training. So I've invited him into the studio today just to give some feedback on his experiences of the training program. So welcome, Paul.
How are you doing, Martin?
Good. So can you give people watching some feedback on what your experiences, first of all, what initiated your interest in hypnosis, and secondly, what was your experience of the training program and how you would have benefited both maybe personally and professionally?
Well, all I can say is that for years, since I was around 8 to 10 years old, I'd always had an interest in doing hypnosis. It's just something, but never pursued it until recently. And I find it's a great benefit of being practicing it on and off, you know, through reading books and whatever. But found a huge benefit in it.
You also come from another background as well. You practice Amatsu.
I practice Amatsu. It's a Japanese form helping people, but you know, with back neck problems. But at the same time, unconsciously, I suppose I've been actually practicing using hypnosis, if you like, whilst talking to people while I was working on it, which made a huge difference.
Maybe for anyone that may be watching who would also have maybe a background in another discipline, do you feel that the training that you've gained during the NGH hypnotism certification training is of benefit to you, or it complements your current practice?
Absolutely, because, you know, yes, I'm dealing with the body, but you know, you're dealing with the mind. The mind has an huge role to play in when it comes to the mind operating, obviously, the body. So mind, body, absolutely, anybody with other disciplines that are used, and it has to have an added benefit, because the basic, you know, it's how you're able to talk to people is
in your whole approach and establishing what's termed as rapport for clients. Even learning the skills and use of hypnosis has helped you tremendously in that regard.
It has helped me tremendously in my practice as well, and again, you know, dealing with people that obviously through back or neck problems, as an example, quite a lot of stress is involved.
Yeah, and stress is one of those.
Huge.
Yeah, absolutely, and stress is one of the issues that we focus on during the training, along with the smoking cessation, weight control, study skills, motivation, confidence building, and so forth.
And much more, yeah.
And much more. So what has the training program meant for you?
It has meant it's opened up another avenue for me where, as I said earlier, initially is what I wanted to get into. I believe this is a road I'll develop more and more as I go down the years, and I do believe it's a huge added benefit to people generally. You know.
So, what advice or suggestions would you have for anyone watching that maybe we say on the fence in their decision making in considering learning more about hypnosis, and especially learning the NGH Consulting Hypnotist certification training?
Well, what I would say is, first of all, you know, having a good organisation behind you is probably one, if not the most important thing. You know, it's grand to have, you know, doing study skills in hypnosis, but at the same time, you know, not having the proper backup of credentials, you know, codetics that are. And what I'll say to you is, for anybody even, you know, considering doing this, if it's not for actually to practice, but for just self-discipline for themselves, and also, you know, for how they can actually handle themselves as regards in stressful situations.
Excellent.
And definitely, I mean, it's an added benefit. If people decide to go into it after, I'm a firm believer it's only the start of a good road ahead.
Absolutely.
Because there's huge potential.
And that's what the NGH Consulting Hypnotist Certification Training allows, people the option to choose whether they want to use the skills that they would have acquired during the training for their own personal use, or also if they want to integrate it into a discipline that they already have, or even want to pursue hypnotism as a separate and distinct profession afterwards.
Absolutely, and you know, as I said, if it's not something that you want to, you know, work with people,
sure.
You're going to get a huge advantage out of being able to do
apply the skills.
As self-hypnosis is
excellent.
You know,
yeah. So listen, Paul, thank you for taking the time out and giving us some feedback on your experiences of the training that you've received. I wish you every success in whatever area that you want to use hypnosis for, and looking forward to hearing more about the good work that you do in the near future.
That's great. Thanks very much, Martin.
Thank you.
Okay. Good. It's getting a bit more relaxed here, but I'll have to. That's not good enough. I'll have to put giggles on it. I was going to. I just want to mess him up for a while, and then it'll start him off.